What is good, y'all? KipUp here, and here we are with a replay of the APL. I am your coach of, I guess, the Orlando Magikarp because we don't have team names in the APL. But anyway, to quickly tell you guys what the APL is again, the APL is the Alolan PreBank League. The only thing that isn't PreBank are the starters, which you can draft at any point. You could draft any of the starters, whether it be from Kanto to, Johto, Hoenn, etc., etc. Anyway, that's the only thing that is not PreBank, and also you can get any Mega because there weren't enough Megas for everybody. So other than that, everything else is Alolan PreBank. And yeah, this is my week 3. When I recorded this, everyone else is on week 2. I just like to get through my battles faster because I have school, so I want to get my battles done first and then, focus on school. So considering I already did my week 2 match, and I was 2-0, and my opponent, SnowPrint, was 1-0. I wasn't really sure what to expect because I didn't have enough battles. I considered 2 or more battles enough to scout someone's playing style. I didn't have enough battles to really know how this guy played, so I was a little bit nervous going in. However, I do think I prepared a very, very offensive team that was quite able to beat him down. Now, to quickly explain my team, I brought Life Orb Tapu Koko because that thing absolutely wrecked his team. Like, literally absolutely destroyed it. The goal was basically, once I knocked out Alakazam and Lucario, everyone else could take care of everything. Now, you will see Clefable. Clefable is new because I did not have it as of week 2. I did grab it, though, in place of Gastrodon. I would have liked to keep Gastrodon, but I wanted Gastrodon and Goodra, and because I didn't get Goodra, there wasn't too much of a need for Gastrodon. So that thing is long gone, and I replaced it with an OU Mon. Clefable, well, currently UU should be OU, Clefable. Another Rock Setter besides Rhyperior. Not the point, though, it was Spidef. Clefable was Spidef. The only wall on my team, or at least on this team that I made, set up Stealth Rocks, Moonblast, T-Wave, pretty much the standard Gen 6 set. Next up, we did have Scarf Togekiss, yet again, my Defogger. Air Slash was super important for his team. Air Slash was very important. I also brought Aura Sphere because he has, I believe, 3 Fighting Weak Mons. He only brought 2, being Lucario and Lapras, but he did have 3. I also brought Dazzling Gleam, so if I could get locked into that, I could knock out the Buzzwole and the Como-O, and also do neutral damage to Lucario. And I don't know what my last move was. I think it was Trick. I believe it was Trick. So that was our Defogger, very offensive Defogger. Now this is my favorite mon on the team right here, Tauros. I brought Workup Tauros. I absolutely love Tauros. I did delete, I think, every video of Gen 6 OU that I had, or Gen 6 NU as well, because I loved NU. But I use Tauros like crazy. I love that thing. Base 110 speed, sheer force, a lot of coverage. So considering I drafted it in, like, I think the last round, I was like, I gotta use it at least once, right? So I did bring a Workup variant with Rock Climb, Fire Blast, and Earthquake. The Earthquake was for, I honestly forget now, but he had some mon, I think it was Magmortar, and some other ground weak mon that I just wanted to absolutely murder with the Earthquake. But anyway, Workup allowed me to bring my special attack and attack up 1 stage each. And with Sheer Force Life Orb, any attack that has a secondary effect, the secondary effect will be negated and the attack will do double. So obviously I won't be getting burns with Fire Blast or confusions with Rock Climb, but I will be doing an absolute ton, and Life Orb was included into that damage. So that is definitely why I brought Workup. Next up, we do have the same set I brought week 1 with Honchkrow, the Flynium Z Tailwind Brave Bird set. Flynium Z in conjunction with Tailwind brings up Tailwind, but also gives you a focus energy, which means I'll crit a lot more. I also brought Brave Bird, so I can Flynium Z, Supersonic Sky Strike, Night Slash, and Sucker Punch as well. Night Slash already has an increased crit chance, so I just wanted to use that and get like every crit ever. And then we have Moxie to do more to everybody. So then Sucker Punch could do remote damage to one of his 3 fighting types. Lastly, we do have Silvally Dragon. He had no dragon resist, absolutely none. I guess if you count Lucario as a resist, but I don't even think it's a resist. But anyway, I brought a Flame Charge Swords Dance set along with multi-attack, which would be which would be Dragon, of course, and Parting Shot if I didn't get the setup. A very, very, very offensive variant of Silvally, whereas I'm pretty used to running defensive or some little niche Silvally. But anyway, that is the team I brought. His team, when I first saw it, I was thinking this isn't a very threatening team at all considering what he could have brought. The two Pokemon I was specifically afraid of would be, I have to say, the Alakazam and the Lucario. The Megazard could have been an issue, as could the Buzzwole if it was Scarf. But I really didn't even consider Scarf Buzzwole, so you'll see turn 1. He brings in the Buzzwole. I didn't even think about, him being Scarf, Life Orb, Choice Band. I thought Clefable tanks anything, maybe even a Poison Jab. Let's get my rocks up right now. So that's exactly what I do. You can tell in Sped F because the Leech Life did 10 billion, and he's also attack invested because that did 10 billion. He Power Up Punch on a Fairy type, and I'm not sure how I feel about this play. I think because he saw that he did a million to me the first time that I would switch out. But if you look at my team, I literally have 0 switch-ins to Buzzwole. I mean, I guess Togekiss maybe. But I'm not going to take that risk. So I didn't do it because yet again, I wasn't sure at the time. I wasn't paying attention to the chat, so I didn't even see the Life Orb thing drop. So I thought, he might be Scarf. So if I brought in Togekiss, he'd switch out, and then he'd come back with Poison Jab and, kill everything. So I thought, okay, not doing that. And another thing to notice. I have 3 poison weeks. I have no poison resist, which is something to note. But anyway, he goes for the Power Punch, and I'm not sure why I did that, because this thing was a threat if he kept it around a little bit more. So I just Moonblasted, and I just straight up killed. So Clefable comes in to its first game, gets its first kill. Now he goes hard into Lapras. I know this thing gets Iron Head, but I want to see how much it did. So I Soft Boiled, and it did a respectable amount. I wouldn't run Lapras physical, but, I mean, it was interesting. I would have run DD if it were physical. But anyway, I do T-Wave it. I can switch into Tauros. I thought that was a safe switch. And he switches out as I go for my workup. And this is when I start to feel really good about this thing. So I do Rock Climb, and I actually miss out on the KO. And I really thought this would have killed. Sincerely, +1, Stab Rock Climb, which is base 85. With the Sheer Force, with the Life Orb, I thought, everything's dead now. Everything's, entirely gone. But I don't kill. He Brick Breaks, though, and it doesn't kill me. If he Sky Uppercut, it would have. And I don't know why I went for Fire Blast, but I was thinking I miss my Rock Climbs a lot more, which is why I did it. So anyway, his Lucario comes in on a balloon, so obviously I can't Earthquake it. I can Rock Climb it, but I'm not sure if it's going to kill, and I'm not going to risk it. So I go for another Fire Blast here. As it turns out, he doesn't have E-Speed or Vacuum Wave or anything. So that really surprised me. I thought Tauros was history once Lucario came in, but apparently not. So Tauros has already came in and gotten 2 kills. Now he brings out his Lapras, maybe going for an Ice Shard. He didn't go for the Ice Shard, as I thought he would, and I Rock Climb and I just killed again. At this point, he has 2 Mons remaining after Tauros has literally slaughtered half of his team. Brings out his Zard Y. I'm not sure if it should have been Mega Evolved when it came in, but I don't really mind. Obviously, it doesn't make a big difference in the game because I Rock Climb it and it dies. So Tauros gets 4 kills, and this is me being stupid. I'm thinking I'm going to stunt here, and I'm going to make sure I get my 6-0, and I'm thinking hard Tapu Koko, and I'm thinking as long as he's not Specs, I live any one hit. I'm pretty sure I EV'd it to even live at 1% from a Life Orb Psychic. But guess what? Specs. And I tried for the 6-0. I failed. If I was actually really smart with how I played, I should have gone hard Honchkrow. And because I knew that damage was Specs, I should have gone hard Honchkrow here and gotten its first kill. But I go Togekiss for some reason, risking the fact that I might not get a flinch. At this point, the game's over. He can't win because Honchkrow. But I risk an Air Slash, and I risk another one. And that's GG. So at this point, I think Togekiss has 6 kills. 6 kills, which I think is tied for the league lead. But good game to SnowPrint. We are 3-0 in the APL. The APL lasts for 11 weeks, I believe. 11 weeks and the playoffs. So we are looking very good. Now, while I definitely want to go undefeated, and I feel like I can, we do have a long road. However, I do think getting 7 wins, so 4 more wins, and I'm pretty sure we're guaranteed for the playoffs at this stage. So thank you guys very much for watching. I'll bring you guys more APL and MLP and more lives as we go. I do have a suspect test recording that I have yet to put up over Doug Trio. But thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon.